making up for lost time.
I still don't think you quite understand.
Well, what is there to understand?
Estelle, our show isn't exactly built for live performance.
Please, call me Stella. And hey, it's a show, ain't it? And showbiz is all about shows, ain't it?
Well, yeah, but Yesterday Today isn't something we really perform. We just play radio shows. We don't act anything out.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do in front of an audience? Just press play and twiddle our thumbs?
Ah, come on. My brother, that old moose, was telling me all about your bits. Do some of those. Do some bits.
Our bits?
Yeah, the little goofy jokes you two do. Like when Sydney comes in and he's being a weenie about something. Or when that Mondo guy comes in and he does something weird. Those are great bits. I love those.
Debatably so, but we don't have Sydney or Mondo. It's just us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, what do you two do?
I told you, we play the show.
Yeah, you don't exactly come from a talented family, I take it. Well, no matter. You two can ad-lib something once you get on stage. Now, let's get into the theater here.
Looks like more of a barn than a theater.
Welcome to Yesterday Today, folks. We're on the first leg of our summer tour today as we broadcast from Edgemont, South Dakota. We're joined by the brains of our operation, the producer's sister, and our press agent, Stella. We're getting ready for the first performance, the content of which, as you heard, remains to be determined.
Ah, quit worrying about things like content. Once you enter this theater, hit that stage, and feel the limelight all around you, you'll know exactly what to do.
What's that about entering the theater?
Well, that's strange. The door is locked. Yeah, I specifically had this place booked for tonight.
Who exactly did you contact to book this place?
Yeah, don't you worry about those details. Booking's my responsibility, huh? You just worry about your performance.
Oh, trust me, I am worried.
Yeah, you see, jokes like that and you're gonna be a hit. I'm gonna go walk around to the back of the theater and see if I can find someone to unlock this door.
Alright, well, in the meantime, I'm going to play an episode of Cavalcade of America, all about a guy from South Dakota. So, here we go.
Cavalcade of America. Starring Ralph Bellamy in Ridin' Shotgun. Presented by the DuPont Company, makers of better things for better living through chemistry.
Good evening and welcome to Cavalcade. This is Bill Hamilton. Among DuPont's better things for better living through chemistry is DuPont 40 Outside White House Paint. A house paint that actually washes its own face. That's why it stays white and fresh-looking so long. As time goes by, a fine white powder forms on the surface and is washed away by rains, taking dust and dirt with it. And DuPont 40 is durable. It'll protect against rust and decay for a long time. When you plan to have your house painted, ask your painter about DuPont house paint. Available in popular light tints as well as white, paint is one of the DuPont Company's better things for better living through chemistry.
Now, Ridin' Shotgun, a story of the Dakota Territory in the 1870s, starring Ralph Bellamy as Scott Davis and featuring Jeanette Nolan as his wife, Dixie.
May seem kind of strange to you for a woman to get up and tell the world what a wonderful man her husband was. But on second thought, maybe it's not, on account of who knew him better than his own wife. Scott Davis never did nothing extraordinary. He wasn't what you'd call an empire builder or a railroad king. He was an ordinary man with a terrible hunger deep down inside of him. A hunger for law and order and justice.
Law and order, Dixie. They're more important than digging gold. They're more important than everything. Because without them, you got nothing. Nothing at all.
Men like Scott Davis, who risked their lives to bring law and order to the West, had something else in their hearts than getting rich. They had a vision of a peaceful, prosperous America, where men walked without fear of desperados like the James Boys and Billy the Kid and Duncan Blackburn.
I don't see it, Red. This newspaper don't say nothing about it.
Take it easy, Blackburn. It's there. It's there. It's got to be in the Deadwood Pioneer.
Well, they usually run it on the first page, but... Oh, here it is, listen. Notice to bullion shippers. The summer cleanup of gold bullion will leave for Cheyenne on the treasure coach at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Scott Davis will be riding shotgun.
Scott Davis, huh?
Yeah.
Blackie, what makes a healthy man take a job like that? Sitting up there alongside the driver like a duck in a pond? What makes him do it, Blackie?
Search me. This Scott Davis, they say he's a handy man with a shotgun.
We'll find out all about that tomorrow. Huh, Blackie?
That same afternoon, there was a rehearsal going on at the Gym Variety Theater and Dance Hall in Deadwood, a few miles away. Chorus line of 4 girls. One of them was me. It was being drilled in a dance routine by Bill Nichols, the proprietor.
All right, Professor, let me have it again. And girls, let's get into this thing like we was just a little interested, huh? All right, Professor. 1 and 2 and 3. Kick. 1 and 2 and 3.
While in a corner of the room, the bartender was standing alongside the only occupied table, talking to a tall, blonde, quiet-looking man.
Say, Scott, I hear you're riding shotgun on the treasure coach tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
What's the matter? Don't you like living?
It's honest work, ain't it? Somebody's got to keep law and order around here.
I hear the Blackburn gang's roaming around loose up in the hills. Did you know that?
The man in Wells Fargo told me when he offered me the job.
And you took it? Friend, all I can say is you sure take your duty as a citizen serious.
Oh, no, not that way. Hold it, Professor. Now, how many times do I have to tell you girls which way is left? Hold it, Professor. Now, look, girls. You're all married, ain't you? All except Dixie. And you're all wearing wedding rings, except Dixie. Now, when you kick left, you kick with the leg on the same side as the wedding ring.
All except Dixie.
Now, let's try it once more, and then we'll...
Mr. Nichols?
Oh, yeah, Dixie?
Kind of hot up here on the stage with all them gas lights burning. Can we take a rest maybe for 5 minutes?
Yeah, okay. 5 minutes, girls. And while you're resting, study up on which is your left foot, will you?
Uh-oh. Here comes Dixie, Scott, and looks like she's got something on her mind. Well, see you later.
Well, hello, Scott.
Hello, Dixie. Sit down.
Thanks. I saw it in the paper about you riding shotgun. Why didn't you tell me? Why do I have to read it in the
I
paper?
thought maybe you wouldn't like the idea.
That kind of a job ain't for a man like you, Scott.
Why ain't it? Look, Dix, this is pioneer country out here in the Dakotas. Law enforcement ain't all it should be yet. Somebody's got to see that the gold being dug here gets through to Cheyenne.
All right. But why does it have to be you?
I live here, don't I? I got a stake in this territory. What good's all this moving civilization westward, expanding the borders of the nation like the president said, unless law and order expand with it? You believe in civilization, don't you?
Oh, sure. I believe in dying a natural death, too.
Look, Dixie, a man comes out here, he brings his idea of what makes for a decent, peaceful life with him. He wants to get married and raise a family. He owes it to his future kids.
Wait. Are you talking general, or you got some particular man in mind?
I got me in mind, and you, too. You heard what Nichols said. You're the only girl in the chorus that ain't hitched. How are you ever going to know which is your left foot?
Scott, supposing you have trouble, or you find you don't like the job, will you go back to prospecting then? Will you?
Sure, whatever you say, Dix.
Oh, darling, don't get hurt.
I'll be all right.
And kiss me, please.
It's a pleasure, ma'am.
All right, girls. Okay, Professor. Let her go. for the love of... Dixie, that's enough, you two. Dixie! Dixie!
Well, the next day, bright and early, the steel-lined treasure coach loaded with gold bullion was on its way. Inside, sitting on the gold ingots, was a special guard hired by Wells Fargo. Where we got the story back in Deadwood, Bob Shipley was the driver, and Scott was sitting up there alongside of him on the box, riding shotgun.
Well, easy going so far, Scotty.
What's that shack all the way down there in the valley, Ship?
Stock tender's cabin. We change horses there. If you look hard, you'll be able to make out the fresh team awaiting.
I see him. What a lonely life that stock tender must live. What's his name?
Search me. We call him the old-timer. Don't think he's got a name. And lonely is right. Guess he'll be glad to see some visitors for a change. Get up there. Get up there. Well, here we are. And there's the fresh team all harnessed up and waiting over there by the cabin.
Yeah, but where's the old man?
Probably getting himself some supper. Hey, old-timer! Old-timer!
Guess maybe his hearing ain't so good, huh?
Oh, he can hear all right.
Has he got a dog?
Yeah, he's got a dog. Why?
Well, where is he? You ever hear of a wagon driving up to a house where there's a dog and the dog didn't come out barking?
Listen, Scott, I know what I'm a-doing, and... Hey, guard, you inside the coach.
Yes, Shipley, what is it?
Jump out and make a beeline for that cabin. Tell the old-timer...
I ain't supposed to leave my post, Ship. Them's my orders.
I'm running this coach now, and I'm giving the orders.
Wait a minute, Shipley. There's something funny. I don't like the looks of things around here. It's too quiet.
Ah, what are you talking about? You, guard, get going over to that cabin. I'll hold the team, and Scott here will keep you covered with a shotgun. Now, them's orders.
All right. Just keep me covered. That's all. Hey, old-timer. Old-timer, what's the matter? Don't you hear me?
Scott, get down. Ambush. They're in the cabin.
What about the guard?
They drilled him. Where you crawling to?
Top of the coach, so I can get a key.
Who you?
Hold those horses still.
I got him. Who? Can you see who it is in the cabin?
Blackburn's gang. I got one. At the window. Ship, hold those horses. They're running away. Ship, what's the matter?
I stopped a bullet, Scott. Right here. Grab the reins.
Hold on a minute longer.
Hurry, Scott. They're pulling me. Hurry.
Here I am, Ship. Hand them over.
Scott. Answer me. Scott.
I was sitting on the porch of the Regal Hotel in Deadwood, rocking away and wondering about Scott. And all of a sudden, the treasure coach tore up the street with a dead driver and a badly wounded shotgun rider hanging onto the rails. A few hours later, Scott was in his room, propped up on pillows, talking to Dr. McCabe.
That's fine, Doc. I feel great. I can get up and walk right now.
Yeah, that's what you think. Scott, there's a second bullet in your hip. We'll take it out tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Why can't you do it today?
What's your rush? You ain't going
Listen,
anywhere.
Doc, that Blackburn gang can't have got very far. The longer I wait, the further away they get.
Oh, so you're going after Blackburn, hey?
Yeah.
Alone?
The two men I'd like to take with me are dead. Help me get fixed up quick, will you, Doc?
Oh, yeah. Do what I can, Scott. There's somebody I don't think is going to be exactly crazy about your idea of going after Blackburn.
Who?
Dixie. She's been telling everybody you two are going to get hitched and head for the gold fields pronto. And from now on, she says, she ain't even going to let you carry a pistol. Well, she's waiting outside. I'll tell her to come in now. Come on in, Dixie. So long, Scott.
Hello, dear. How do you feel today?
All right. How are things over at the dance hall, Dix?
The same. I still don't know which is my left foot. What you going to do about that, Scott?
Oh, you mean about us getting married right away?
That's what I mean. Old Tom Durkin is teaching me how to pan gold. And you and me, we leave for the fields the minute your wounds heal up.
Well, about that, Dixie, I'll have to rustle up a mining outfit first.
I already arranged for the outfit.
Oh. And you'll have to tell Nichols you're quitting your job.
I already told him.
Oh. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that, Dixie. I mean...
Hey, you haven't got cold feet on the proposition. You don't want to back out, do you?
Who, me? Well, of course not. Why, such a thing never entered my... Listen, Dixie.
Yes, Scott.
Dixie, I got to tell you something about us. We can't get married yet.
I knew it. The minute I walked into this room, I knew that
Dixie,
something...
if you'll only listen...
Listen! If I listen to one more word out of you, I'll tell you exactly what I think of a double-crossing ringtail. No, I ain't going to lower my dignity. I'm getting out of here.
Wait a minute. Dixie, come back here. Sit down.
What for? The only thing I'd be interested in discussing with you, Mr. Davis, is crops and the weather.
Look, Dixie, I want to marry you.
Then what's stopping us? I got the license right here.
But there's something important I got to do first. Something important. Dixie, I'm going after the Blackburn gang.
After the... Why, Scott? Why?
Because they killed 2 men entrusted to my care. Because, like I told you, this country out here won't be fit for no one to live in, and that includes you and me, unless these outlaws are driven out and law and order takes over.
I see. Every time you run across somebody that holds contrary ideas, you're going after him with a shotgun. You've got a big job ahead, Scott.
Dixie, I'm going to find Blackburn and Red Evans and bring them in to face justice. I'm not doing it for money or for Wells Fargo, but so I can sleep nights. And after I bring them in, right after, you and me will get married. Is it a deal?
All right, Scott. But, oh, darling, take care of yourself. Please.
You're listening to the Cavalcade of America, presented by the DuPont Company, makers of better things for better living through chemistry. Tonight, our play is Ridin' Shotgun, and starring in the role of Scott Davis is Ralph Bellamy. Jeanette Nolan is featured as his wife, Dixie, who is telling the story.
Well, while I sat on the porch and rocked and worried, Scott Davis combed the hills trying to pick up Blackburn's trail. Led to a lonely cabin on the bank of the Sweetwater River.
Yeah? What is it?
I was just wondering, mister, if I could fill up my water canteen at your pump here. Come a long way, and I've got
Go
a truck.
right ahead.
Thanks. Live all by yourself out here in the middle of nowhere, huh?
I like it.
I suppose nobody goes by this trail without you seeing them, huh?
It's all you.
Yeah. You didn't happen to see anything of 2 men going by here about a week ago?
What kind of looking men?
Oh, one sort of chunky, with black hair, turning gray. The other's red-headed.
I saw them. They was heading east toward South Pass City. It's about 3 days from here. Did you, want them for something?
Well, yes. I guess you might say I wanted them for something. Hello there, son.
Hello, mister.
Hey, you mind telling me where I am? What place is this?
South Pass City, mister.
Quite a big town. Only where is everybody?
They ain't here. They're gone.
Gone? Where?
They don't live here no more. All them houses are empty. See how the windows are all busted?
A ghost town, huh? What happened? Gold vein run dry?
Yep. And all the prospectors lit out. We would have too, only my uncle is sick with lumbago in the back. He can't move around good.
Eddie! Eddie!
That's him coming over now.
Eddie! Who's this you're talking to?
I don't know, Uncle. A man.
Ah. You looking for someone, mister?
No, just passing through.
Well, don't let me hold you up.
I was just wondering. You didn't see anything of two men, one red-headed, going through here a couple of days ago, did you?
Two men? No. No, can't say as I did.
Sure, Uncle, we seen him.
What?
You gave him supper night before last.
You're crazy, boy. You must have dreamt it.
I ain't crazy, Uncle. Don't you
You
remember?
dreamt it, I said. Just like you're always dreaming things.
But I didn't, and I ain't crazy.
That's all right, boy. Nothing to get upset about. Everybody has dreams. And your uncle ought to know whether he's seen a person or not.
Sure, I ought.
By the way, mister, can you lend me your bucket? I'd like to water my horse.
Yeah. One over there back of the barn. Eddie'll get it for you.
Sure, mister, I'll bring
Don't
it.
bother, boy. I'll bring the horse over there. Come on. You and me can water him together.
All right. I'll pump you. Sure is a nice-looking horse, mister. Here, horse, here's your water.
Eddie, listen. I'm going to talk to you like you was a grown man. I'm going to tell you something very important to me, and then I want you to tell me something.
Me? Golly.
Eddie, my name is Scott Davis. I'm shotgun rider on the treasure coach.
You are? Holy smoke.
Listen, 2 weeks ago, the coach was held up. 2 men were killed, and the shotgun rider wounded. That was me.
Holy smoke.
I'm after the 2 outlaws that killed my friends. Now, listen, son. I don't believe you dreamt that thing about the 2 men having supper with your uncle. I know you saw them. You did, didn't you?
Sure, I saw them. They thought I was sleeping.
Now, think carefully. Which trail did they take? The one to Smithtown or the one to Green River?
The one to Green River. I heard them talking outside
Thanks,
the window.
son. After I catch him and bring him back to Deadwood, I'm coming back here and make you a present of this horse.
You mean you're going to give him to... Holy smoke.
Hey, mister, wake up. Wake up.
What's that?
Well, you ain't dead. That's something. What are you doing asleep out here in these hills?
Guess I must have fainted. Fallen off my horse.
Fainted? Well, who ever heard of a grown man... Hey, you're bleeding there.
Old wound. Opened up from being in the saddle so long, I guess.
Oh?
That's when I keeled over.
A man must have a pretty good reason for traveling with a bullet hole like that in him. What'd you say your name was?
Scott Davis.
Scott Davis, eh? So you're not the shotgun rider from Deadwood
Yes, I am.
Well, what in tarnation you doing all the way up in this part of the territory?
Looking for somebody.
Oh? Couldn't be the 2 men that held up the coach now and killed your pals, could it?
Might. You didn't happen to run across him up here, did you?
Yeah, I reckon I did.
What? Where? When did you see him?
Now, just take it easy, son. You ain't in no condition
I'm
to be...
all right, I tell you. Where did you see him? Come on, speak up.
Well, it was 2 of them about an hour ago. One with red hair
That's
and...
them? Where? Where'd you see
Well,
him?
in the abandoned shack about half mile to the side of my
Half a
place.
mile. You mean straight ahead along this trail?
Straight ahead.
So long, Charlie. Thanks. Come out, Blackburn. Your hands up. You too, Red.
Come on in and get me, Davis.
Yeah, Davis, come on in.
Red, did he? Red.
Well, well, so I got old Red. You coming out now, Blackburn?
Like I said, you'll have to come in after me, Davis.
I will when you're dead.
Come on, Davis. Stick your head out from behind that rock just once.
Sure, Blackie. Here I am. Come to the window and take a look. Come on. You're not going to let old Red down, are you? I killed him, Blackie. I killed your pal. He's expecting you to... That was for old Ship, the driver, Blackie. You look a little like him now. Hanging half out of that window. I'm coming in now, Blackie.
Well, hello, Scott.
Hello, Dixie. Pick yourself a rocker and sit down.
Thanks. Well, kind of nice to see you around again. Got anything on your mind?
Dixie, the Wells Fargo man told me this morning they're giving me a reward for getting Blackburn $1,000.
$1,000? My goodness.
Dixie, let's you and me get hitched right away, huh? I mean right away.
You giving up riding shotgun?
Anything you say, Dix, only let's do it right away, huh?
Of course, darling. Only you got to give a girl a little time to get some things together. I think maybe by next Saturday.
Next Saturday? Look, Dix, how about this afternoon, huh?
This afternoon? Scott Davis, you got any underhanded reasons for this rush act?
Dixie, how come? Well, of course not. Well, it's only... I mean, gosh, honey, do I have to say why?
Certainly. I am a woman, ain't I?
All right. Dixie, I guess maybe I'm in love with you. And such being the case, there ain't no point in not getting the darn hitching ceremony over with pronto. There, satisfied?
Oh, darling. You talk almost like poetry sometimes. Of course, I'll marry you this afternoon. And tomorrow we can start for the gold fields.
Hello, Scott. Hi, Dixie. Seen the paper?
No, Mr. Nichols. What's in it?
Listen to this. Notice to bullion shippers. The autumn cleanup of gold bullion will leave for Cheyenne on the treasure coach Wednesday. Scott Davis will ride shotgun.
Scott Davis...
Why, that old coyote, he promised me he wouldn't put that in the paper until tomorrow.
So that's why you double-crossing... Scott Davis, I wouldn't marry you if you... I better get out of here before I forget
Wait a
I'm
minute,
lady.
Dixie, please. Now, I can explain everything. Dixie!
Well, that was Scott. He knew the thing that was important to him, and he did it. Only yesterday, my grandchildren came back from a motor trip through the West. They showed me pictures they took of monuments to railroad men and empire builders and such. There's no monument out here in the Dakotas to Scott Davis. Not a one. But he wanted a frontier of law and order. And that was important. Now his memory lingers on, locked up in the hearts of a few old-timers like me. Scott Davis, my husband, the best shotgun rider the Dakota Territory ever saw.
Our thanks to our star Ralph Bellamy and to Jeanette Nolan and our cast of supporting players for tonight's story, Ridin' Shotgun. Now, Bill Hamilton speaking for the DuPont Company.
The words of our DuPont pledge, better things for better living through chemistry, really mean something. They stand for facts. And tonight we want to tell you some facts about Fabrilite plastic sheeting, a new and better upholstery material developed by chemical science. As you're listening to this program, are you sitting on a sofa or a chair? Well, look down at the arm. Is it upholstered? Well, for hundreds of years, a manufacturer was limited in the materials he could use to cover a chair. There was cloth, leather, cane, and horsehair. Then, chemical science developed a new one, coated fabric, cloth treated with plastic. You see an increasing amount of furniture upholstered with this chemically made material in homes, theaters, hotels, restaurants, taverns, wherever furniture gets hard wear. It can take a lot of punishment, and the clear, bright colors, gay as a flower-bedded midsummer, are easy to keep clean. This year, a new type of plastic upholstery, developed by the DuPont Company, was introduced to professional buyers of furniture. Our DuPont trademark for this supported plastic sheeting is Fabrilite. This Fabrilite material is something brand new in plastic upholstery. Plastic sheeting supported by a cotton fabric back. Retail buyers like its luxurious feel and sleek new look. Manufacturers like its advantages in sewing, tacking, padding, and forming without special handling. This new DuPont Fabrolite is one more improvement developed by scientific research. It is one more item added to the ever-increasing number of our DuPont Better Things for Better Living through chemistry.
Tonight's cavalcade play, Ridin' Shotgun, was written by Arthur Arendt. It was suggested by incidents in the book The Black Hills by Robert J. Casey, published by Bob's Merrill. The music for the DuPont Cavalcades, composed by Arden Cornwell, conducted by Donald Voorhees. Ralph Bellamy is currently starring in the Broadway hit Detective Story. This is Ted Pearson speaking.
Next week, Cavalcade has an unusual story. It's about a Chinese immigrant. His name is Su Chan, and he found in the American way of life a happiness and success that surpassed his boyhood dreams in the land of his ancestors across the Pacific. In next week's Cavalcade, The Homecoming of Su Chan, we'll present the popular motion picture and radio star of The Fred Allen Show, Kenny Delmar. And in addition, we have a surprise. So be sure to listen next week to Cavalcade.
Cavalcade of America is directed by John Zoller. Comes to you each week from the stage of the Longacre Theater on Broadway in New York and is presented by the DuPont Company of Wilmington, Delaware.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Welcome back to Yesterday Today. We're recording from Edgemont, South Dakota today.
Fellas, I'm gonna keep it level with you. I'm not sure we're getting into this theater.
Oh, great. Our nationwide tour is off to a good start.
Hey, let's not despair. There's still hope.
Are you going to call the owner finally?
Oh, no. We got a very simple solution sitting right under our noses.
And what's that?
And we're gonna break in. What else? You see that rock over there?
Now, hold on. Wait, no. We're not gonna break in. That's crazy.
Well, I don't see why not. We booked the theater, we paid for it, and now we can't get in. Seems like the only logical thing to do is break a window.
Why haven't you tried calling the owners?
I can't get any cell service out here. It's probably those South Dakota satellites messing with me. Anyway, there's plenty of rocks around, so you just find one that you think's big enough and...
I hate to repeat myself, but we're not breaking in.
Don't be a moose. It's a perfectly reasonable solution. I told you we already booked a place, and besides, with all the ticket sales tonight, we're gonna pay for the window.
What window?
This one. Yeah, you see, that's all it took, and now we can reach in and open the door and get the tour started. Can you feel the rush of the crowd already?
Yeah, I can feel the rush of the police coming.
Ah, come on, you ought to crack a few windows to make an omelet. Let's get going.
Up next on the show, folks, we have an episode of Gangbusters about a guy called the Dakota Badman. So here we go.
Now, in cooperation with police and federal law enforcement departments throughout the United States, the only national program that brings you authentic police case history. Gangbusters.
Tonight, the case of the Dakota Badman, who shed handcuffs as a snake sheds skin, but who learned that 2 sudden shots at a federal agent would be repaid in kind.
And now to Gangbusters and facts that show the operation of our law enforcement officials in their war against the underworld. Gangbusters has asked the Honorable Victor S. Anderson, United States Attorney in Minnesota, to narrate by proxy tonight's case.
The inside facts in the case of the Dakota Badman.
Mr. Anderson, I know the criminal you're going to tell us about tonight was, for a long time, at the top of the list of fugitives wanted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
That's right, Don Gardner. This man, John Frederick Benson, didn't know when he'd had enough, but he was to learn that agents of the FBI are also noted for their perseverance.
Well, where would you like to begin, Mr. Anderson?
I think the best place, Don, would be on the outskirts of Houston, Texas. At 3 o'clock on a mild February morning, exactly 2 years ago this week, the all-night clerk at the Palace Grove Modern Tourist Camp was fast asleep in his chair as a lone figure crept by him. The intruder walked cautiously across a dimly lit court, past cabins number 1, number 2, and number 3. He stopped at number 4. He looked around and quietly tried the door.
It's me.
What happened? How did you get out?
They were taking me to the federal building for questioning this afternoon. I broke away. They couldn't shoot on account of the people.
Oh, you shouldn't have tried it. They might have killed you.
It'll be better than rotting the rest of my life in jail.
This afternoon?
Yeah, I was lucky. I made for the freight yards. I've been laying out in a freight car for 12 hours. You sure they don't know you're here?
I'm pretty sure.
I guess they don't. They would have been around.
You must be starved, Jack. I'll get up
Don't turn on any lights.
Oh, okay.
I got a job for you.
What?
These.
Oh, Jack.
I don't see yet how I made it. Not with these handcuffs on. I was lucky they let me wear a top coat over my shoulders. I used it to cover them.
But how do you get them off?
It's no problem with a hacksaw. First thing in the morning, walk to a hardware store and get a hacksaw. Wish I didn't have to wait that long. My wrists are practically cut to ribbons.
Maybe I could use a hairpin or something. Maybe I can get them off.
I'm too tired right now to try. I need some sleep. Get that hacksaw in the morning and we'll go to work on the cuffs.
Attention, Texas and southwestern authorities. Escaped federal prisoner, John Frederick Benson, described in first bulletin. This man, who may still be wearing handcuffs, escaped custody of United States Marshal at Houston, Texas. Caution, caution. Benson may now be armed and is known to be extremely dangerous.
Come on, kitty baby, come on, a little more.
All right, Jack. I'm trying.
A little more, it's almost through.
There. Well, that's that.
Thanks, kid. Didn't think I'd make it.
I don't see yet how you did.
Just luck, that's all.
I guess you're the luckiest guy in the world.
It took some figuring, too. Ooh, my wrists. Well, I gotta do a lot more figuring, baby. We're still too close for comfort. Tourist cabins are okay, but when they're looking, that's the first place on the list. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Yeah, gotta get out and fast. They want me now worse than ever.
Jack.
Yeah.
What happens now? Where do we go?
Gotta get a heater. Gotta find someplace to lay out for a while. That takes dough. Everything takes dough. You got any left, kitty?
A little.
How much?
300 or 400.
Good. That'll help some. Where you got it?
In my suitcase.
Good girl.
Jack, take the money and leave me here.
You kidding, baby?
No, take it.
What's the matter? You want to stay here?
I can't go through that all over again, Jack. I can't see them get you again. I can't.
What do you have to go through? I'm the one they're after. You talk like I don't mean anything to you.
If you didn't mean anything to me, would you be here now? Would you have those cuffs off?
Yeah, I'm sorry, kid. Guess I wouldn't.
Am I crazy, Jack? Why do I see only good in you? Everybody else sees bad. If they're right, I'm crazy.
I guess you only see what you want to see. Let them think I'm bad. What do you care?
Do you want me with you, Jack?
I gotta have you along, baby. You're my insurance. They take one look at the two of us together and nobody's suspicious. We can go any place and do anything. We're just an ordinary couple of people.
That's not much of a reason for me.
Oh, look, kid, you know you count first all the time, but I think for the next couple of weeks I can't do much traveling. I gotta light someplace and stay there.
Where?
Well, how about Kansas? Your sister's place.
No, Jack. I don't want to get her mixed up in it.
Who does want her mixed up in it? It's a big farm and far away from everything. You said she needs help since her husband died.
You won't like a farm. You'll get restless.
What do you think I was raised on? You wrote Nora you were married. Writer, you're bringing your husband for a visit.
All right. That's what you want.
Well, we can stay there until I get my bearings. Yeah, maybe it'd be a good idea to cool off on a farm. Rotten stuff hay. Who needs it?
Jack,
Yeah?
I brought you back some cigarettes from town.
Thanks. Wish you might have let me know you were going. I've been having a wonderful time here pitching hay.
Well, you were still sleeping, and I didn't want to wake you. You got in so late.
All right, Kitty, so I got in late.
Besides, with Nora and the kids, there would have been room in the car.
Nora and the kids are making me sick. I had all of this farming I can take.
3 weeks isn't so long, and they're still looking for you. They're looking for you hard.
Let them look. Any jail would be better than breaking your back in this kind of work.
Where'd you go last night?
What do you care?
Well, you didn't get in till so late.
Okay, I didn't get in till late. I went to mail a letter.
Oh, I see.
It's to Harry Porter in Omaha. Want him to line up somebody for me. Good gunman.
Then we're leaving here?
Haven't you had enough?
I guess you have. There's big news in town, Jack.
Yeah?
The state bank at Cackley was broken into last night.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
You promised, Jack. You promised you lay low and stay out of things.
I don't go in for safe crackings. I'm a gunman.
How did you know the safe was cracked? I didn't say it.
Oh, don't all banks have safes? Hey, what are you trying to make me walk into?
You were out late and there's no place to go.
I never broke into any place before. That's not my line.
The talk is it was an amateur job.
Forget it. Had nothing to do with the thing. Now, let me get finished up here.
Yeah, Jack. That'd be a good idea. Oh, Nora wants to fix supper early. She's taking the kids over to the McLaughlins later.
Yeah, the kids. They give me a pain in the neck. Go on, let me get some hay pitched.
Hello, Sheriff.
Oh, Haynes. Anything new?
Sheriff, this is Special Agent Dyer, also of the FBI. He was sent down from the Kansas City field office to help out in the investigation, Sheriff Blaney. How are you, Sheriff?
Glad to have you, Dyer. We need all the help we can get.
Have you been able to turn up anything, Sheriff?
Well, like you suggested, it could have been somebody local. I had my deputies checking up with the people around here.
Anybody suspicious?
You know how it is. We know most everybody in the county. Known them for years. There's a few people we might check into, though.
Oh?
For instance, out at Lem's garage on the Topeka Road. Lem took on a new mechanic, a stranger, a week or 10 days ago. Might talk to him.
We could?
And then there's that new couple out at the widow Emmett's, Jack Rogers and his wife. She's Nora Emmett's sister. Been there about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen much of him, but she's been around with Nora and the kids.
Was there anything suspicious about this Jack Rogers?
Well, no, can't say there is. Got a car and seems to have money. The Emmets are good people.
We'll have a look at them, too.
And there's 3 or 4 others. I've got them listed here.
All right, Sheriff. We'll check on everybody beginning tomorrow, just to play safe.
Kitty. Kitty.
In here, Jack. In the kitchen.
Crying out loud. Where are you when I want you?
I'm just fixing lunch for the kids.
Hey, what are you, a nursemaid or something? Let Nora take care of her own kids.
She went to town.
What, again? Does she have to go to town every day? She's been living the life of Riley since we came. I pitch the hay, you take care of the kids. What is this?
After all, Jack, she's been awfully nice to us.
Well, let her get a couple of hired hands. We're pulling out anyway, as soon as I hear from Harry Porter.
Jack, you promised you'd stay until the heat's off. You promised me.
Well, I had enough farming.
Car.
Nora?
No. She said she wouldn't be back till 6.
Take a look out the window. Who is it?
It's not Nora. It's a man.
Cop?
I'll talk to him, Jack. I'll send him away.
Where are the kids?
Upstairs.
Go up and keep them there. I'll handle this.
Be careful. Please be careful.
Go up and take care of the kids.
Let me talk to him.
I'll handle it.
Jack,
Let go.
you're not going to use that gun.
I got it, yeah. I'll get up there. I'm going to meet him on the porch. You get up with the kids. Yeah, mister? What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Jack Rogers.
I'm Jack Rogers.
Oh, my name's Dyer. I'm a special agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
That's so.
I understand you...
You understand too much.
Rogers.
Jack, you shot him.
Sure, I shot him. I told you I wasn't going back.
What are you going to do? They knew we came here. There must be more of them
What do
around.
you think I'm going to do? I'm getting out the back way.
All right, Jack, I'll get ready.
No, kid. This time I have to travel light. I'll get in touch with you.
But I want to go.
There's no time. They got nothing on you, Kitty. Don't tell them a thing. You don't know a thing.
I won't tell him anything.
Goodbye. I'll see you.
So, Don, that was the situation. The criminal, John Frederick Benson, shot and critically wounded an agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation who attempted to question him. Benson fled the scene and left the girl, Kitty, alone to face the other law enforcement officers. When Sheriff Laney and Special Agent Haynes arrived, they placed Kitty in custody and rushed Special Agent Dyer to a hospital. Later, at the sheriff's office, the girl was being questioned by the officers in their attempt to get a lead on the whereabouts of Benson.
I'm telling you, I don't know where he is. I don't.
You traveled all over the country with Benson. You were at the farm together 3 weeks. He must have mentioned where he counted on going when he left.
We were going to stay for a while. There wasn't any thought of leaving.
The FBI agent he shot might die.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, being sorry doesn't help much.
If you want to help, tell us where he went.
I don't know.
Well, he must have given some indication.
I don't know where he went. Please believe me, I don't.
All right, miss. That's all.
You mean I can go?
Yes, you can go.
Now?
Yes.
As much as we'd like to hold you, there's no charge we can place against you.
I see.
Have you got any place to go?
Back to the farm, I guess. For a while. Then I don't know.
All right. If we need you, we'll be in touch.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
So are we. Well, Sheriff, she's on her way.
I hope you get something out of it, Haynes. Me, when I get somebody that belongs in jail, I like to keep him there.
Sheriff, Benson's a lot more important than she is. And if he knows she's out, maybe he'll arrange to see her.
Hi. Well, Jack, ain't it? What do you care? What are you drinking? I'll buy you another. Never mind. The name's Meggs. Harry Porter said I might find you here. Yeah? How is Harry? Okay. Is his ear still giving him trouble? It's not his ear, it's his stomach. That's right. It is his stomach. He said you was looking for somebody to go in business with. Maybe I am, but not here in Omaha. I'm free to travel. Meggs, huh? That's it. Gun boy? Nothing else. Okay, I'll think about it. I gotta think about it, too, Jack. You're a pretty hot customer. There's not many who shoot up G-men and are walking on the street to talk about it. I never talk about it, especially in bars. It's a nice, quiet place. Let's go for a ride. There's not so many years in automobiles. Come on.
Special Agent Haynes.
Haynes, this is Marshall. We just got a teletype message from Minneapolis. The girl, Kitty, got there on the train this morning and bought a bus ticket to Sainish, North Dakota.
Sainish, huh? Benson's got relatives there.
Yeah, I know. We're already watching him.
Okay, let's move in a little closer. Get plane reservations for Minneapolis. We'll work out of there.
Okay, Meggs, you'll do.
Thanks, Coach. I never thought I'd make it.
Look, if there's one thing I don't like, it's wise guys. Take it easy on the cracks and take it easy on the talking.
What's eating you, Jack? If a guy's got no sense of humor, he's got nothing.
I got nothing to laugh about. It's strictly business, Meggs, and remember that.
Okay. Well, when do we get started?
Ever worked the Dakotas?
Dakotas? What's up there?
Plenty. If you know where to find it.
Why take such a trip?
I've got a way of operating, Meggs. It includes having a girl along. Make things look good. The girl I want along is up there.
Ah, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I got a girl, too.
One's enough.
Yeah, one's enough. As long as she's yours.
If you don't want it my way, Meggs, you can get out right here.
Okay, all right. You got a traveling companion. Don't get excited.
That's the house, Haynes. Kitty moved in the day before yesterday. We got a mail check on the place. No letters from Benson. Well, what about the phone?
Well, that's going to give us some trouble.
Well, what kind of trouble?
Benson.
Now, stop and light a cigarette. I want a better look at the place.
All right. It so happens that Benson's aunt is the night operator. I didn't want to plant anyone in the exchange. If she spots him, it might clear the works.
Okay. But keep agents posted around the exchange every minute the aunt is on duty.
Will do. The manager of the exchange has no connection with Benson.
Good. I don't think Benson will have nerve enough to come right to the house. He might figure it's covered. But I'm almost certain he'll try to get in touch with Kitty. And if he does, we want to know about it. Come on.
Hello?
Kitty?
Jack.
I want to make this short and sweet, baby. I'm close. I'm going to come by for you.
Jack, maybe walking to...
It'll work. Is my aunt home?
No. She went to see a friend before work.
Okay, I'll get in touch with her when I get in. She'll tell you where to meet me.
Be careful, Jack. Be careful.
Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. I want to get off this line. So long.
Goodbye.
Okay, Meg, let's get out of here.
Sit down, will you, Jack? Let me finish my drink.
All right, make it snappy.
Who you calling, that dame?
Yeah.
She got a friend?
She don't live in this town.
Oh. Well, who cares if she's got a friend? Hey, when do we get this baby of yours and where? I'm getting curious.
You don't have long to wait now. Did you ever hear of a little place called Sainish?
Should I have?
We're driving there right now.
Good, good.
That's where we take on our extra passenger. Now get finished up. We got 50 miles to drive.
Okay, okay.
Haynes?
Yes?
The manager of the local telephone exchange just got in touch with me.
Oh?
There was a call to Kitty. It came through from Bismarck.
From Benson?
He doesn't know. He just saw the ticket. He happened to go by the office, and the ticket had just been filed.
Is Benson's aunt on duty at the board?
No, she's not scheduled to come on for another hour.
Okay. We'll get in touch with the police at Bismarck to be on the lookout for Benson there. And we'll keep a double watch here in town all night. Crossman and Gould on the house, you and I at the telephone exchange where we can cover any more calls.
So this is Sainish, huh?
Yeah, this is Sainish.
I can see why you left it at such an early age, Jack. What do people do around here for excitement?
They sleep. Watch where you're driving there. Stop sign.
I see it.
Okay, go on.
A stop sign they need there. Why, to see the cows coming?
That's the telephone exchange in the middle of the block.
You mean your aunt's got to stay on duty all night? Who makes calls around here at night?
Pull in over there.
Okay. Why don't we go to the dame's house?
I'm doing this. All right, turn out the lights.
Okay. Hey, what do you need a gun for here?
I didn't need it back in Kansas either, but I used it. Come on.
I'll wait here.
Come on, I said.
Oh, okay.
All right, we go around the back.
Well, what's the matter with the front? Nobody's there but your aunt.
We go around the back.
Well, there's trouble to see a dame.
Come on, shut up.
That's far enough, Ben.
What? Cops?
Oh,
Get him.
Duck. Shoot at him. No. Oh, Jack. Put your hands in the air.
Okay, I get up.
That's it. Keep...
Okay, take it easy.
Where did the bullets catch Benson?
The heart, I guess. He's dead.
Okay. Wait here till the coroner comes. I'll take care of this one. Go on, you. Start walking.
Okay, I'm walking.
Just a minute. I'm coming. Oh,
Hello, Kitty.
he's not here. I swear he isn't.
I know he isn't. 2 a.m, and you're all dressed. You weren't expecting to go out.
I was up reading.
Oh, I thought you might be going out to meet Benson.
That's not so.
It is so, Kitty. And you know it.
What do you want? You can't come in here.
Can't I? I came to tell you, Kitty. Benson's dead.
Oh, no.
He tried to fight us. All right, you better come along with me.
He wasn't bad. Not really. He was good to me, honest he was. He was good to me.
I don't doubt it, Kitty. But being good to you wasn't enough. Not nearly enough. He wasn't very good to his victims, nor to the FBI agent he shot. Come on, let's go.
That, Don, was the end of one of the most intensive manhunts in recent years. John Frederick Benson died by the gun, the way he expected to thrive. And the same finish faces any man who thinks he's bigger than the law which governs all of us.
Thank you very much, United States Attorney Anderson, for this pointed case history. And Gangbusters, congratulations to all the law enforcement officers who participated in the investigation leading to the conclusion of this case.
All right, this is silly. Stella!
What's the matter? Everything seemed to be going well for you guys' first show.
Going well? We're the only people in the theater.
Oh, yeah, well, the audience is trickling in still, but the show just started. And besides, it takes a while for a tour to build momentum.
How are we supposed to build momentum when there's nobody here?
Yeah, don't worry about it. In the next town, you guys are gonna be a big hit. I mean it.
I'm not gonna do a show for an empty room, Stella. McLean, let's go. We're getting out of here.
Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't take any more pressure being up here.
Yeah, right. Well, we're starting out in debt, apparently.
No, we're not.
What do you mean? We didn't make any money off of this stop. No ticket sales. How are we gonna pay off the theater for the broken window?
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. I lied to you earlier. I never rented the theater. And if we leave quick enough, they won't know we broke the window.
Well, no wonder nobody came if you didn't rent out the theater.
Oh, yeah. Edgemont, South Dakota would have filled this place up if they knew Yesterday Today was coming to town.
Well, we couldn't afford to rent the theater. I was hoping that a few townspeople would trickle in and give us a few bucks, but no luck.
But why would people show up?
Well, I told a few people around town that we had a show going on.
So you didn't rent the theater, but you told people we were performing here anyway?
Yeah.
What about when the owner of the theater finds out?
I'm not sticking around long enough to find out. Come on.
Stella, you can't run the tour like this.
Don't worry. The next stop is completely above board. This was just to get your feet wet.
Guys, I think I hear sirens. Let's go.
You know, you're a lot like your brother.
Hey, you know, you're a lot like your brother, too.
I think we have to leave out the back. Come on.
Well, if we leave out the back, we'd have to break another window.
If you want more Yesterday Today, you can visit KISU or wherever you find your criminal, on-the-run, at-large podcasts.
I'm going back to the Black Hills of South Dakota, back to the one I call my own. I'm going back to the Black Hills of South Dakota, no more to leave my love alone. Wait for me, I know you care, my darling, as sure as there's a sky above. I'm going back to the Black Hills of South Dakota, no more to leave the one I love.